What is going on? Welcome to episode 184 of the Nintendo Powercast. I'm your host, N64 Josh, and I got a little announcement for you guys. For the foreseeable future, Tuesdays and Thursdays show are going to be solo shows. The show's been going on for 2 years, and I kind of feel like I just want to hit the reset button and kind of start things fresh. So I don't know exactly what the future holds, but for the time being, I'm going to be doing solo shows. I'm still friends with everybody. Mel, Super Nintendo, Hate Zero. All right. Everything's good. They'll be coming on periodically to give us kind of an indies rundown, right, of what's been happening. And, of course, you guys can check them out at Get Indies Pants on iTunes, Google Play, all that stuff. So make sure to go check them out. With that, the music you just heard was from On Being Human. You can check them out at Spotify and YouTube. Remember, this is an unofficial Nintendo podcast. And if you'd like to get yourself a free book from Audible, you can go to audibletrial.com/NPC. Pick up something awesome like Console Wars Ready Player One. The chair I'm sitting in is from OP Seat. Go to n64josh.com/OP Seat. You automatically save $10 at checkout. If you would like to help support the content I create, and I want to say a huge thank you to everybody that does. It means the world to me. Okay, it really does. It means a lot. You can go to patreon.com/n64josh. And if you'd like to pick up my book, Another Castle, or even just check out the first chapter for free, go to n64josh.com/another castle. With that, we're going to move right on in to the announcements.
Hey, listen!
I do this show live on twitch.tv/n64josh at 4:30, 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, Tuesdays and Thursdays. All right, my streaming schedule on Twitch starts Mondays at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Friday, I start around in the morning. Probably going to be like 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, right in there. Okay, that's the goal. I'm working on getting the schedule down. We are going to have a community calendar. It will be available in the Discord. It is going to have community game nights, my stream schedule, when the podcasts are being recorded, all that stuff. I'm going to get that in the Discord before the week is out. We have a Smash Bros tournament that is happening this Saturday. Go to n64josh.com/smash tournament. And you will be able to enter. It's free to enter. First prize is a $20 eShop card. Last time I checked, we were already at about 30 people. So spread the word. Let people know. We want to get in as many people as possible and have some really good games. I will be streaming and commentating the tournament, and it's going to be a good time. All right? So with that, we're going to kind of jump into some reviews and impressions.
Here we go!
All right, so this last weekend, I played a game called Grip. It was super good. A lot of fun. Really, really good game. And I guess it's an old PlayStation game. I was unaware of this. In the comments on my YouTube channel, this is what I heard, that it was an old PlayStation game called like Roll Cage or something like that. I could be wrong on that name, though. I don't have that in front of me. Anyway, the funny thing about this game is when it started off, my wheels didn't turn. During the tutorial, my wheels did not spin on this thing. You can check it out on the first look on my YouTube channel. But after that, it's a very fast racer where you can flip upside down. The track is kind of you may be racing like on the ceiling if you want. Like it's kind of got some anti-gravity stuff going on. Looks pretty good. Controls pretty smooth. Overall, I really had a good time with it. And so that is Grip on the Nintendo Switch. Pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. The other thing I tried was Smite. And I'm not much of a MOBA player. Smite seems really cool. It's free. You can check it out. Myself and Super Nintendo played a round and got destroyed. But you know, it was still good. I do recommend if that's your thing. I don't know that I'll go back to it, but maybe. It seems like a game that you could really, really invest some time into, and I just don't know if I have that time. So, lastly, the game that I'm so excited to talk to you guys about is Ape Out. Okay, Ape Out is this fairly graphically, it's very simple, right? You're looking down on this ape that is trying to make his way out of a skyscraper. And I think it's a skyscraper. We're going to call it a skyscraper. Okay. And there's jazz music playing on the drums. And every time you come up to a guard and you throw them into a wall, you throw them into a door, you throw them into each other, a cymbal crash happens. And it might be a splash cymbal. It might be it might be like a fast crash. It could be like just hitting the ride cymbal pretty hard. There's just these different cymbal crashes, and it's really, really cool. The gameplay is not really like anything I've experienced on the Switch before, and so you run around as this gorilla. You grab guards. You can spin them and actually fire their weapons at each other. When they hit the wall, there's a lot of blood. $14.99. I can't recommend this game enough. I think it is amazing. I highly suggest you check it out, especially if you're a fan of violence, jazz music, and having those two things mesh together. This is really a game for you. All right. So that's Ape Out. I believe it's $14.99. Check it out. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. With that, we're going to move right on to the news. Okay, well, Nintendo Switch online games for March, Kid Icarus and Star Tropics. So we're not getting any more than 2 games. There'll probably be some, what do they call them, SP titles. Maybe we'll get Metroid for the 4th time as an SP title. I'm not sure. But Kid Icarus, Star Tropics. I know very little, very, very little about Star Tropics. Kid Icarus I have played, and it's classic Nintendo title. Not the greatest, not the worst. Really cool having them available on the Switch. I believe Star Tropics is it's a fairly long game, so might be fun to take a deep dive in. Nintendo Switch has been the best-selling console in Japan for 12 months straight. So here we go. I'm opening this article from Nintendo Life. All right. So this is nuts. Best-selling games for February 2019. Kingdom Hearts 3, number 1. New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, 129,303. I believe this is for Japan. Okay, these are Japanese charts. All right. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate was number 3. Resident Evil 2 on the PS4 and Jump Force on the PS4 was number 5. Best-selling hardware. February 2019. Nintendo Switch, 240,000 units, almost 241,000 units. Okay. PlayStation, including PS4 and PS4 Pro, 87,000 units. Okay. Best-selling publishers for February 2019, Nintendo, 461,000 sales, Square Enix, 238,000 sales, and Bandai Namco Entertainment, 215,000 sales. So the Switch is showing no signs of slowing down. Things are looking really good. This year is looking to be really good, and this is good news. This is good news as a Nintendo fan. It's really good news. So this is a little side note here. I'm looking at the little latest news section. Nintendo 64, I saw it. Somebody posted it in the Discord as well. Nintendo 64 Classic Turok and Turok 2 are headed to the Switch. I'm going to go ahead and open this. I don't have this in the notes, but we'll take a quick look here. It looks like the original Turok is going to launch on March 18th, priced at $19.99. And the release details for Turok 2 have yet to be confirmed. Okay, so I love their little note here because this is the first thing I commented on as well. Are you keen to revisit these two 64-bit classics, foggy visuals and all? So I'm not sure. It looked like there might have been some quality of life improvements. I'm guessing controls will be better. I don't know if you guys remember playing Turok on the Nintendo 64 back in the day, but you had to use the C sticks to run. Okay, so this is kind of cool. This is pretty cool news, and interesting. We're finally seeing some 64 titles, right, on the Switch. I don't even. I'm curious on who's. I have to do a little bit of research, but I wonder who's publishing this, because I believe that used to be Acclaim and they're no more. So I don't know who has the rights to Turok anymore. And I believe the last like actual Turok game, I believe, was on the 360. So I have the one on GameCube, which is called Seeds of Evil, I believe, which was also a pretty fun title. But yeah, Turok and Turok 2. Turok 2, if that has online, guys, oh man, we are going to have some fun, let me tell you, with the Cerebral Bore. One of the best weapons in a first-person shooter ever. It's gonna be pretty hype. I can't wait for that. So here we go. Let's see. Back to the notes here. Next up on the list, another game coming out that was announced for the Switch, and that is Friday the 13th. The game will be coming to the Switch this spring. Okay, Daniel Nixon, from who is Gun Media's director of communications, told Variety, "We are happy to be bringing Friday the 13th, the game, to the Nintendo Switch with the help of our partners at Black Tower and Nighthawk. The Nintendo Switch offers a unique experience in both social settings and on the go that we feel work very well with Friday the 13th, the game." So I don't know if you guys have seen this title before. It's pretty crazy. It's similar to is it? I believe Dead by Daylight. Is that the one that we got announced as well? I think that's the one. That it was kind of a shocker at the last Direct. It's kind of similar to that. Like somebody plays as Jason, and the rest of the people play as campers, and I believe you're trying to fill from a few streams I've watched, you're trying to like get gasoline into your car so that you can then leave, and you're getting hunted the entire time by Jason, and it looks super creepy. From my understanding, I'll open up the article here. We're going to be getting on the Switch almost all the content. The only thing that we won't be getting is some of the Kickstarter exclusives. And that's it. Other than that, it looks like, here's what it says. The game will include all the content released for the game so far, including all the paid DLC. That includes every Jason kill pack, both counselor clothing packs, and the emote party pack. But then it goes on to say that it does not include the Kickstarter stuff. So I'm kind of excited to play this game because I have yet to play it. I have seen like I said, a handful of streams. Not really watched a ton of it, but it could be really fun for some late night streams. So we'll see. Moving right along here. So I have an article up on n64josh.com going over my thoughts and what I was thinking would happen. There's rumors flying around about the Xbox Game Pass making its way to the Switch, and so honestly, because of the xCloud service, which they announced at E3 last year, they're going to be putting Xbox games on mobile devices, tablets. Well, the Switch is technically a tablet. So I assumed that, there's a good chance these rumors are going to be true. Well, that may not be the case. And there's a quote from Brad Sams, who's the executive editor of IT sites Petrie and Thurrott. I hope I said those right. He has claimed that multiple sources have told him that Game Pass won't be coming to Switch. The article goes on to say, of course, absolutely nothing has been officially confirmed either way so far. We have one rumor stating that it's coming, and now information saying that it's not coming. So everything should be taken with a grain of salt, but I'm still hoping, right? I'm still hoping. I would love to see the Master Chief Collection available on the Switch. Honestly, I've watched their xCloud. You should check out my article on n64josh.com. I will include a link here so you can see the xCloud in like what it actually does, and essentially they're just setting up these server farms that allow you to play Xbox games on your phone, either with the controller or touchscreen, which is not something that I would like to do, but they show him playing Halo 5. I can't imagine. I mean, that would be rough. That'd be rough. You'd almost have to make sure that you were only playing with people that were playing handheld, because, man, I can't imagine. So it's looking unlikely that it's going to happen, but we still, I believe that Ori is still going to be making its way to the Switch. So there's still stuff happening with Xbox and Nintendo. Nick Lope in chat is saying Cuphead is my dream. Cuphead is my dream as well. I want to see that. I want to see a physical box of Cuphead for the Nintendo Switch. I would absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. So again, not looking too likely with Game Pass, but we'll find out. We got 2 weeks until GDC, and they're supposed to be announcing the Xbox Live app being on the Switch, which, again, I talked about in my article. What is the point of this, right? So you can see who's playing what on Xbox while you're on your Switch. Are you going to purchase movies or games for your Xbox on your Switch? Because you can do that on your mobile device right now. And then, are you going to try to do voice chat over the Nintendo Switch with Xbox Live and the voice app on the phone? I don't know. At that point, couldn't you just use your phone? You know, I'm being facetious, but just curious why Xbox. Now, I guess you could track achievements on Minecraft, and maybe maybe it's just so that, you know, if Ori and the Blind Forest or whatever the second title is called ends up making its way to the Switch, you know, we can check achievements that way. I'm not really sure what the play is here. That's why I assumed that Game Pass would be would actually be happening, because it would allow Microsoft to charge for Xbox Live to be able to play multiplayer games on your Switch, and it would also allow them to get Switch owners to pay for Game Pass, which is $10 a month. You know, so essentially you're looking at $180 a year to have access to all of Microsoft's first-party titles. So, you know, not really. Again, it's not looking like it's going to happen, but, you know, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed that we'll still see it, because that would be amazing. I would love it. Okay, moving on to some Smash news. Sakurai fought health issues with an IV drip during Smash Ultimate development. So I got a Nintendo Everything article here. This has been from the original article's from Nintendo Dream. All right. And it goes on to talk about how he had some food poisoning, and he talks about having some stomach problems. And then here's what he says. Here's from the interviewer. Did you take some time off when this happens, like when he got sick? Sakurai says, no, I don't. I just get an IV drip and I go to work like normal. What? I just get an IV drip and I go to work like normal. He goes on to talk about how, like, he has changed his work schedule. He talks about how that he is a contractor, so he gets to choose his own hours. He's not forced to work any of these hours. They're the hours he chooses to work. So there you go. Yeah, right. Delmonic in chat is like, he says it like he's drinking a cup of coffee. Like, yeah, I just had an IV. No big deal. No, I'm good. You know, get back to balancing Ultimate. He is a hardworking individual, and we wish him the very best. Of course, hopefully he takes some time to rest now that they're just working on a few stages and characters. But who knows? He's crazy. He's crazy. All right. Last little bit of news here. Devolver Digital gives some praise to the Big N for their indie support. And it says this is a quote from Devolver Digital. It says it became very clear when the Switch came out, Nintendo, who have been really fantastic since, had started reaching out aggressively. They were contacting us, other devs, other pubs, engaging with us at PAX and GDC, making a conscious effort to see what we were up to, and to this day are pretty active in checking in to see what we have coming and working to promote our games side by side with their games, which is impressive to see. So it sounds like this wasn't really the norm with the Wii U. I mean, the Wii U era, we did see some indie titles, not I don't know, definitely not the amount we're seeing now on the Switch. The Switch seems the place to play indie titles. There's a lot every month, every week. There's so many more coming out, and it sounds like Nintendo is doing a pretty good job of helping, working alongside these developers and publishers to get some of these games out in the forefront. And at the same time, it's interesting because we've seen other tweets and things like that where some individuals say, they couldn't even get a retweet from Nintendo, but we don't really know all the details there. We don't really know all the details. And so, but from the looks of things, Devolver Digital is loving the indie support, and they are the publisher of Ape Out. So, which we did see at the, I believe it was in the last Direct, I believe. Either way, good game. Go check it out. All right, the last section here is going to kind of be a new section. This is going to be our talking point, and this is going to really involve you guys. And so, what's going to kind of change here is, I'm going to try to write an article sometime over the weekend prior to this episode being recorded. And there's going to be a question in the article for you guys to answer in the comment section on the blog post on n64josh.com. Okay. And this is all about the Switch turning 2 and taking a look back at the last 2 years. And so I've got a handful of comments from you guys that we're gonna jump into. So let's get to the talking points. All right. So, like I said, Twitch turned 2 yesterday. This podcast turned 2 February 23rd. I'm not sure exactly when the first episode came out. Knowing me, it was probably the same day. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's probably the same day. And so I'm going to jump into my dashboard here and make sure we get all the comments. Looks like we're going to have about seven or so comments. Yeah, here we go. Awesome. This is really cool. Really cool. So I kind of just want to take a look back, right? Take a look back. Jay Harley saying, "Oh no, the terrible twos," right? Yeah, which terrible twos. Watch out. Watch out. They grow up so fast. Don't blink. It has been a crazy year, 2 years for me since the Switch came out. A lot has happened. The Switch has done a number of things for me. It has given me so many more friends online than I ever would have imagined, right? From the Discord community, from the Nintendo community on Instagram and Twitter and different social media places, the Smash Brothers community. It's been crazy. The relationships that I've formed with a lot of you guys that listen, that chat in the Discord, that kind of stuff, like even bringing old friends back into my life more regularly, like Eric. And so it's pretty crazy that, look, it's just a gaming console, right? It's just a gaming console. Nightcrawler saying the Switch has killed my desire to turn on my Xbox. That's the same thing that happened to me, honestly. Quick little side note. I kind of wondered if, like, maybe Microsoft was seeing like how many people were playing Minecraft that also have an Xbox Live account and they don't turn on their Xbox anymore. And they're like, maybe we should just put games over here, So, but it's been amazing. And in my article, I talked about like some of my favorite things are getting together for the directs where we all get into to get onto Twitch and we just watch together. And the cool thing is it's usually like 20 to 30 of us. And so we can all chat together. we don't have to see all the toxicity and everything that that is happening on Nintendo's channel and that kind of stuff when they're doing the directs or E3 and that kind of stuff. And I remember E3 last year, I think I was live for like 14 hours straight, you know, just covering all the different news and things like that. And I love it. I love it. It is so much fun for me to talk about this stuff, to create content around this stuff, and really just to get to hang out with you guys on a regular basis. Like, look, in the Discord, I love waking up every morning and there's like just this slew of good morning, how's everybody doing today? Good, you know, like, I love it. And we go like, you know, we've kind of become a family, you know, and sometimes we go through hard stuff and we kind of go through it together and whatnot. And it's become more than just some gamers hanging out, and it's amazing. And it's because of this system, right? It's because of the Switch and the way it's been able to bring us together so that we could game together and we can talk about our common interests together. The other question I asked in the article, I asked two questions. I want to know what are some hidden gems on the Switch? What are some hidden gems? And two, what are some of your favorite memories? Okay. So, and I didn't do a sales show last week, and it's not like it's a complete hidden gem, but I know some people may be new to the Switch and they didn't know about this one. Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle is an absolute must-buy, and it is on sale right now on the eShop. Okay, Ubisoft's having a pretty big sale. Starlink also on sale. They have a number of games, so go check those out. Those are games that I highly recommend. And so I'm going to get into these comments section here. And again, I think this is the best way, because like I've tried to post questions in Discord for us before where I read them on the show. But the problem is when I post them in Discord, we kind of all end up getting a conversation going there, and then I lose track of the answers that were given. So this way I can find them quickly and easily. And, you know, fingers crossed, I'm going to continue getting more content out on the site so you guys will have a reason to hang out there a little bit more as well. So here we go. This is Hockey Broke You. And I think I know who this is, but I don't know by that name. So it says, my Nintendo Switch hidden gem would have to be Ultimate Chicken Horse. Is this real life? If you haven't heard of it, it's a 2D party platformer where you and your friends add platforms and traps to the level as you go, making it easier or more difficult to reach the finish first. It's hilariously fun couch co-op or online, and you can even share and play other people's levels, plus you get to play as cute little animals. So that is Ultimate Chicken Horse. Okay? And then here we go. Here's the memory. It says, my favorite Nintendo Switch memory so far would be the day Splatoon 2 came out. My wife and I were big Splatoon fans on Wii U, but we only had one console, so we always had to take turns playing. When the Switch came out, though, we bought two, knowing that Splatoon 2 was on the horizon. When the game finally came out and we were able to play in matches together, it was such an exciting day. We played it all weekend together, and it is still one of our favorite things to do together. That's awesome. That's really, really cool. Really cool. All right, next up is from Richard, and it says, Steam World Dig games are perfect games for the Switch. The second one did a great job building from the first one. Another series that felt at home are the Shantae games. Both were so much fun to play on the Switch. All four games are highly recommended. All right, here's from Delmonic. It says, not sure if these are considered hidden gems, but I feel like they definitely don't get talked about very often. I'm not even try to say this one. Musinix? I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Voez and Super Beat Sonic are some great rhythm titles on the Switch. that I feel get overlooked. But if you are into the genre, definitely worth checking out. My favorite Nintendo Switch memory would have to be with Breath of the Wild. Just tinkering with the game's physics and gawking at the open world alone, I knew this game was something else. Talking about it constantly with friends who didn't have a Switch and selling them all on buying one just to show the kind of pull and how much of a masterpiece Breath of the Wild truly is. All right, I'm going to grab one from chat here. From Nick Lopes says, my favorite memory was launch day. I had bronchial pneumonia, yikes, and waited outside a freezing cold, I'm not even sure that location, at 4 a.m. I played Breath of the Wild the whole day and can't have cough drops without thinking about that day. There you go. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Back to the comment section here. If anybody else in Twitch has any memories or hidden gems, go ahead and put them in chat right now. I'll keep reading from the list here. So this is from Matthew. It says, favorite Switch memory, playing ARMS with N64 Josh. Matthew, that was a ton of fun. That was a really good time. I will have to admit, I got beat down over and over and over again. I think the only thing I won is the one game where you play, you have to hit targets. I literally think that was the only game I won the entire time. So maybe we can mix it up, play Smash next time, Matthew. Maybe we'll see. Next up, Keyblader says, my favorite memory of the Switch goes back to its roots. While Breath of the Wild is not a hidden gem, it was definitely revolutionary for the Zelda series. Nintendo tried something they never had with a Zelda title, and it paid off. I put hundreds of hours into that game, and to this day, I can still pick it up and continue on. I also think Pokemon Let's Go was super fun. The Pokeball Plus was kind of a fantasy of mine. To be able to physically throw a Pokeball gives me the same childhood wonder and I fondly remember while growing up with the series. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, and then Patrick Murphy says, surprisingly, probably playing Snipper Clips with my sister. That game is ridiculously funny. So Snipper Clips is absolutely a game you should check out. It is absolutely a game you should check out. It is so fun. There, you can buy there's a physical copy. You can also get it digitally, of course. Really great party game. So highly recommend checking that out. Nightcrawler from chat says, playing through Xenoblade just enough ahead of you to be able to guide you in the right direction. Love Xenoblade. That was so fun. Jay Harley's saying, some know about it, but Astro Bears is a gem, and it has a new one coming out for free if you have the original. So there you go. And Patrick Murphy has to bring up a Smash memory. He says, ooh, and inhaling N64 Josh off stage. #classic. King DDD is Patrick Murphy's main. I don't love that memory, honestly. I don't love it. But I'm glad you do. So, no, good times were had by all. Guys, like I said, there's so many fond memories. For me, just looking back, like, honestly, the excitement of, like, Animal Crossing getting announced and Smash getting announced, you know, Mario Odyssey, getting to play that game, that I had such a huge smile on my face playing through Odyssey, especially the very end. It was so good. It was so good. And literally my face hurt from smiling because I was just like such a love letter to longtime Nintendo fans. You know, it really was. It kind of showed that they remember where this all started, right? With these 8-bit graphics and getting to see Nintendo do what Nintendo does best and get creative, where you're, you know, kind of that Link Between Worlds style where you're kind of running around the walls. I love it. It was really, really fun. And Delmonic saying, oh man, that Smash reveal with the Inkling, right? When you could see the logo in the eye, totally dug that. Thought it was great. Thought it was really, really cool. So, all right, well, that is going to do it for our talking points. I think we're gonna wrap this thing up here. All right, well, guys, you can follow me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, YouTube, all the above. It's at N64Josh. Okay, I'm putting out a lot of content right now. Before each stream, I do a vlog, and I have covered things like the 20th anniversary, Super Mario Brothers, the Game Boy Advance cart from Japan, like the Famicom Game Boy Advance cart. It's red and white. It's super cool. You can check that out. I just put that up yesterday. Today we talked about GoldenEye. That'll be going up the same time this show does. And so what I'll do is I'll just grab something from my collection and talk about it and put it up on YouTube. And the reason that I'm doing it on YouTube and not in podcast form is because I had a lot of people ask, like, hey, can you put this up so I can go back and watch it later? Because if I put it just on the podcast, a lot of times it's just going to get kind of buried by another podcast, right? Because they keep coming out. So Delmonix requesting a Diddy Kong racing vlog. That was a fun game. I have a lot of good memories and kind of some funny stories with that one too. So that'll be a good one for sure. So yeah, highly recommend subbing on YouTube if you want to see some stuff like that. They're between 10 and 15 minutes long, and I've really enjoyed doing them. It's quite fun. You can check them out live at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, twitch.tv/N64Josh. All right. If you want to follow this show on Twitter, you can go to @NPowercast. The show notes for this episode can be found at n64josh.com/NPC184. You can email the show, npc@n64josh.com. If you'd like to get yourself a free book from Audible, you can go to audibletrial.com/NPC. The chair I'm sitting in is from OPSeat. If you go to n64josh.com/OPSeat, you automatically save $10 at checkout. Patreon, if you'd like to help support the content that I create, patreon.com/N64Josh. Want to join the Discord? Come hang out with some great people, really good people. It's n64josh.com/Discord. If Facebook is your thing and you like to spend some time on there, you can go to n64josh.com/Facebook. And lastly, guys, I need to hear from you. What do you guys think about me doing some solo shows? There's still gonna be interview shows sprinkled in like we did with Captain Dangerous. I still have a lot of things like that planned. I still have some like monthly shows planned, and I'll let you guys in on a little secret. There's gonna be some Animal Crossing content in your very near future right here on the Nintendo Powercast. So let me know on iTunes what you guys think. Rate and review, please. We greatly appreciate it. We still want to hit that 5 stars, and so like I need your help. Okay, I need your help. If you can take a second, give 5 stars if you're liking the show. I'd greatly appreciate it, guys. We will see you on Thursday. We'll get into our sales and our releases and all that stuff. You guys are the best, and we'll talk to you later. Bye now.